Hello and welcome to Exploring PTS Primo Charts. So today we're going to review the past webinar topics, and then we're going to talk. If you have questions, please let me know. Then we're going to talk about what is the scanner and the different options in the window, in the scanner window. Running the scanner for a different time frames or for the previous bar, how to connect the scanner to the chart, and how to choose the strategies that you want to scan for, and the different windows. And also a couple of tips on running the scanner on forex. Last week, we talked about the connection to the data feed. If you see that I have version 188 and you have version 184, it's okay because this one has not been released yet to the public. So you have the connection. Today, I am connected to TD Ameritrade, and I have a connection to Oanda for stocks and Oanda for Forex. On your screen, you can see that I have a portfolio manager. That's the topic for our next week, the multi-scanner, and a chart. The chart has the fluid, which is the 50-day moving average applied in the form of the fluid. And the screen is full screen. If you want to make this screen a split screen, you come to the layout configuration icon and choose the second option, and that will put your chart on the right-hand side and everything else on the left-hand side. At this moment, the multi-scanner is has the connectors on yellow, so I'm going to connect the chart on the right-hand side using the same color, yellow. That will allow you to, when you click on a symbol on the scanner, it will change on your chart. First, what I want to do is run the scanner. And on this scanner, what I have is a strategy 3A and a strategy 4 and a strategy number 5. So the scanner, depending on the number of stocks, is going to take a little bit longer or not, depending on the computer that you are working with. So let's go to the chart. And on the chart, last week we applied a strategy number 4 and the indicator for strategy 4. And we applied the strategy 3A and the indicator for the strategy 3A. Today, what I'm going to do is add the pass, and that is the coloring of the bars. And also I will add the PTS extreme trend as a highlighted signal. So this is the way that I like my charts, and pretty much I can go to templates and save the template as my template too. And this is where we were the last week. So just a couple of more things is that you have the members area. These are the educational icons, the members area, the video tutorials, the online manual, and the live webinars. So with the members area, it will be a good idea that before starting with PTS Primo Charts, you go to the educational part of the strategies. So when you come to the charts, you will understand why is it that you're getting signals, what to do with the signals, and also why is it that you're getting indicators, or which indicators to use with the strategy that you have. So there is a lot of information on the members area, on the videos of the strategies that you own. Okay, so let's go to the multi-scanner. Let me split the screen, make the multi-scanner bigger so we can work on this one. So the multi-scanner, all of the scanners will have the same option. So PTS Primo Charts has scanners for all of the strategies, individual scanners for all of the strategies. You see at the bottom the option scan. We have a scanner for the PTX extreme trend. We have the scanner for the strength pullback, and etc. Okay, all of them will have all of these windows. Also, we have other types of scanners that are more like for fundamental analysis, that are from this ribbon to the right hand side until here. So we have candlestick pattern scanners, multi-candlestick pattern scanners, we have breakout scanners, we have a lot of consistency scanners. So if you hover over these icons, you will see other options that you have to improve your trading using a little bit of fundamental analysis. The multi-scanner is the scanner that has all of the strategies, and you can scan for all of the strategies at the same time. If I go to the strategy number 4 and go to scanner, I can only scan for strategy number 4 in this one. But when you own multiple strategies, it is a good idea to use the multi-scanner. So you can check all of the strategies that you have on your chart, like I'm going to do here. I have the PTS extreme trend, the PED fast, strategy 3A, 4 and 5. I also own the other strategies that you see in blue, but because I don't have them applied to the chart, I'm not gonna check them for now. The multi-scanner, you can scan on different time frames. You can scan on a weekly time frame, daily, 240 minutes. So from 1 minute to 1 year, you can scan. We're gonna use the daily time frame for now. On those symbols, you have a preset list of symbols, which are the indexes. So we have lists for the Dow 30, Nasdaq 100, S&P 100, 400, etc., and the sector ETFs. You can also load custom lists from here, and custom lists will be the topic of a different webinar. Load symbol list is when you create your own list of symbols, and we're going to talk about that in a future webinar. You can create your own list of symbols and upload it into the multi-scanner. Those lists are going to be in this section. So like mine is portfolio manager, that is my list, so I can access it from here. Also, you have the scan button. We're going to use it in a minute. The list name of a stock. So what I did here is upload the Nasdaq 100. And pretty much in a minute, I will scan. You also have a column manager. The column manager, you can add or delete columns that you're using. So because we're beginning on exploring PTS Primo Charts, I move these columns away, and I will, if I move them back, this is how it's going to look. But for now, we're going to move them away until we get to this topic. So you also have the connectors to the chart. You have the previous bar, so you can scan for the current period or for the previous period. So in this case, because the market has already closed, I'm going to scan for the current period. But if it were, like 10 in the morning and I wanted to know what happened yesterday at the close, I will check the previous bar. So now I'm going to click on scan, and you can see the results on the right-hand side. So on the scanner, you have various columns, okay? So the column for the symbol, for the time, company name, the last price, the volume, and then the strategies. And that is part of what you can do on the column manager, okay? If you, for example, don't want to show the company name, you can move it and then apply, and it will delete the company name, okay? So you can do that with the symbol, with the time, with the last price, and with the volume. Okay, if you know all of the symbols, you may not need the company name. So I'm gonna do that, click OK, So now you have the rest of the columns. What you cannot hide are the columns for the strategies. If you don't want to show one particular column, then you will uncheck it from here and scan again. And you see the strategy number 5 is no longer showing results. You can also stop the scanner if you change your mind, like I am doing the strategy 5 finally, and scan again. Now you have the results. On the title, once you get the results, you can click on the title and the results will come to the top of the screen. So you don't have to scroll down and be looking for them. Just click on the title and they will come up, and they will also organize by color or sort by color. So let's say we have here strategy 3A, we have strategy 4, and we have no results for strategy 5 for the NASDAQ 100 for tomorrow. Also, across this window, you have different options. Like you have a single table, you have a heat map. The heat map will show you the results of the scanner, okay? But in colors. So let's choose this one. So in this one, you have the PTS Extreme Trend up, the PET fast, and strategy 3A up. Okay, so you can see exactly with the colors which strategies are being used. You have a group table. We're gonna come back here in a minute. You can see this as a pie. So you see at the bottom, you have PTS Extreme Trend, the strategy 3A, strategy 4. So that's the percentage of stocks that are on a green area, on a red area, or in the case of the strategies giving signals, okay? So strategy 3A in this case is the one that is giving most signals for the NASDAQ 100. And you have a summary of stocks. So if you like statistics, probably you like that. So we have also the group table. What happened with the group table is that, for example, if you go to low symbol list and you wanted to scan for the NASDAQ 100, but also you want to scan for the Dow and for the Standard & Poor's 100. And you click OK. So the group table is going to show you those lists, and on the single table those lists will be appended. So now we don't have 100 symbols, but we have the 100 symbols of the NASDAQ, the 100 symbols of the S&P. If the symbols are repeated, so that's why you don't see 200, because some of them are repeated, and we see the 30 symbols of the Dow. And when we scan, so you can scan at the same time and see the differences here in the group table. Also, that will change the way the pie and the summary looks. So we have the symbol list pie. And we're gonna go there when the scan is finished. So you see this gray bar that is moving left and right is telling you that the scanner is still scanning. So you wait until that's gone, and then you can keep, you know, exploring your chart. So you see here, this is the symbol list pie for the NASDAQ 100, for the Dow 30, and for the S&P 100. And the summary also changed. Okay, because now it's showing all of the indices, and then showing each strategy for each one of the indexes. So what is more important here probably is that you can scan for multiple lists at the same time, okay, without having to merge those lists. And then on the single table, you can see the results as a whole, okay? So let's move this up and see probably strategy 4, strategy 5. We still don't have results for that. So now what I'm going to do is split the screen in two. And this is something that we do as a best practice. so you don't have to open so many charts. Another thing, you see these dots here in the middle, so you can make your scanner bigger or even your chart bigger. And then you have the scroll horizontal scroll bar to move left and right at the bottom. So if you come here and we go, for example, to Marvel, so you see that you have a PTS green with a green strategy or Verizon. You have the PTS extreme trend, the PTS fast, and the strategy number 4. So we like to split the screen in two so you can do this action, changing the charts from your scanner instead of opening so many charts. Okay, so I think last week we showed that we can open as much charts as we want, and but then it's going to be harder for you to work. We think that this is a very clean way to work with the workspace or what you're seeing on your screen. Okay, so I'm gonna unsplit the screen again, and one more option that I think I didn't mention was the check all. So if you check all, it will check all of the strategies, and instead of highlighting them individually. So that's one thing that is practical. You can scan, and now we have a scanner for all of the strategies. Of course, it's going to take a little bit more time because it's calculating on all of the strategies. Another thing about scanners is, let's go to the PTS Extreme Trend scan, and let's go to the buy sell line scanner. So some of the scanners, and as I say, they have all of the same options. I'm going to do the NASDAQ 100. You can link the scanners to the chart. But the PTS Extreme Trend has a different column at the end, which is a bar count. So the bar count is the number of bars that this particular indicator has been on the current chart. So let's split the screen again. Let me move this a little bit. Split the screen again. And now with the PTS extreme trend, which is applied to my chart, I'm gonna go here and see this Amazon has been 10 days, okay, on a downtrend, on an extreme downtrend, and you can organize this by color and sort it by numbers. So Gilead, it's been 20 days on an uptrend, okay? The same thing with the buy sell line scanner. So those results are not available for the multi-scanner. So we like the bar count so you can see more or less, how is the chart doing. So every time that you open a scanner, you have to link it to the chart that you want it linked to. So here is this, for example, Regeneron Pharmaceuticals have been 46 days above the 50-day moving average. And you can see the bar count for this two, 71 days below the 50-day moving average. So we also like to see results like this on the charts. So I guess this is it for today for the scanners. I'm gonna give you like a couple of minutes, but I don't see any questions on the chat. So probably, you know that I'm going to be here on Thursdays at 4:15 p.m. So our next one is on November 17. And thank you so much for coming.